My name is Chen Taylor, and I'm presenting my case study for malware intrusion detection. For question 1A, assume I'm the hacker. Here's my plan. My first step is to study real bank SMS message from local Malaysian banks. I look at the format carefully. How it starts with RM0 bank, the sender name 66628, the tone and wording. So my fake SMS looks identical to the real one. Next, I use a tool called SMS Sender ID Spoofing. This tricks the victim's phone into showing 66628 as a sender, the same ID as the real bank. So, the fake SMS appears inside the same message tracked as a genuine bank's alert. The victim has no reason to suspect it is fake. I then write the fake SMS using three tricks. First, fake transaction details. I use a real-looking card number ending 0563 and a specific amount, 1,360 ringgit Malaysia, to make it feel genuine. Second, I create panic. I use phrases like, if did not perform, please call immediately, to make the victim scared and act fast without thinking. Third, I give a simple instruction, just one action, call this number. Easy to follow, hard to resist when panicking. When the victim calls, I pretend to be a bank officer. I sound professional and calm. I say, don't worry, we will help you cancel the transaction. But then I ask for their OTP, full card number, or ask them to install a remote access app. The victim thinks they are being helped, but they're actually handling over full access to their account. Once I have the OTP and remote access, I transfer the money out immediately. The files are routed through several move accounts. Bank accounts belonging to innocent people who were tricked or paid to receive and forward money. This makes it nearly impossible for police to trace where the money went. For question 1B, now assume I'm a security specialist. Here are my recommended countermeasures. Countermeasure 1, SMS sender ID protection. I recommend bank works with the government and telecoms like Maxis, Celcom, and Digi to ensure only verified banks can send SMS using their official sender ID. Any fake SMS using the same ID would be automatically blocked before reaching the victim's phone. Countermeasure 2. Replace SMS OTP with in-app approval. Instead of sending OTP by SMS, banks should require users to open the official banking app and tap confirm. Even if the hacker has the victim phone number, they cannot complete the transaction without physical access to the phone and the app. Countermeasure 3. Promote the National Scam Hotline 997. Many victims call the fake number because they don't know where else to turn. Banks and the government should run public awareness campaigns teaching one simple rule. If you receive a suspicious bank SMS, always call 997 first before doing anything else. Countermeasure 4. Automatic fraud detection. Banks should implement a system that flags suspicious behavior. For example, if a customer receives a call and then immediately tries to make a large transfer, the system should temporarily freeze the transaction for manual review. Next, for question 1C. As a normal bank user, here are my creative ideas for improving banking apps. Idea 1. In-app SMS checker. I suggest banks add a check this SMS buttons inside the banking app. User can paste a suspicious SMS and the app will instantly tell them whether it looks like a scam. Simple, fast, and no need to call anyone. Idea 2. Save call features. The banking app should only allow calls to numbers officially registered to the bank. If a user tries to dial with any other numbers, the app blocks the call and shows a warning. This completely removes the risk of accidentally calling a scammer. Idea 3. Cooling off timer. If a user receives a phone call and then immediately tries to make a bank transfer, the app applies a 10-minute waiting period. During this time, the app just send a notification asking, did someone just call you about your account? If yes, this may be a scam. This gives the user time to think before it is too late. Idea 4. Community scam number database. All Malaysian banks should share scam phone number reported by their customer into one shared database. When any user tries to call a reported scam number, the app immediately shows a warning. This turns every bank customer into part of community defense system. For question 2A, I developed a proactive malware intruder detection tool. So user can paste any suspicious SMS or email here to check if it is safe or malicious. I will look the fake SMS. This is the same message the hacker sent to the victim. Now I click Analyze Content, and the engine scans the message. The tools classify this as phishing detected with a risk score 75 out of 100. It found 6 threat indicators: an unverified callback number, urgency language, account lost track, spoof statement format, account inconsistencies, and no personal salutation. The red bar at the bottom warns the user not to call any number or click any link. I can also generate a printable classification report here, showing the full verdict or indicator and the shared recommendation to report to 997. Okay. So here's the classification report. Next, now let me test with a genuine bank SMS to show the tool work both ways. So this is a real bank notification just informing the customer about a new app features and cashback reward. The tool classifies this as likely safe. Risk score 0. 0 indicator detected. No callback number, no urgency, no threat. The green notice advises the user to still verify through the official app as a general precaution. This shows the tool doesn't give false alarms. It can tell the difference between a real bank SMS and a fake one. So this one also can generate the classification report. Okay. So now I will test with a third example. Okay. So this time I use a suspicious email. This tool classified this as suspicious with a risk score of 40. It detected 3 indicators and embedded links to a zero invoice URL and no personal salutation. The Amber warning advised the user to verify independently before taking any action. And here's the classification report. Okay. So across 3 different tests, phishing SMS, genuine SMS, and a suspicious email, the tool correctly classified all 3 with different verdicts and risk score. For the question 2B, I modified the banking approval app to become proactive. Let me first explain why the current system is reactive. The current approval screen shows only the transaction details with 2 buttons, approve and reject. There's no fraud warning, no risk check, and no delay. If the users tap approve, the money is transferred immediately. The kill switch features only activates after the transfer has been completed. When the victim realizes they have been scammed and call the hotline, by then, the money has already moved through Mo account and is nearly impossible to recover. That's why the kill switch is reactive. It responds to damage rather than preventing it. So here's the redesign screen. The redesign screen introduces 4 proactive layers. First, recipient name verification. The app automatically checks the recipient registered account name against the display name. Here you can see the warning, name mismatch on record, appearing immediately before the user even breaks the transaction details. Second, real-time scam intelligence network offline. The scam alert panel shows crowdsourced fraud signals from a locally cached blacklist. It shows that this account was flagged by 47 users with estimated losses of 78,000 ringgit Malaysia, and that the account was only opened 2 days ago. This gives the user concrete evidence rather than a vague warning. Importantly, this works offline because the blacklist is cached on the device and updated when internet is available. Third, behavioral anomaly detection. The system compares the transaction against the user historical patterns entirely on device. First-time transfer and unusual transaction hours are flagged automatically. No internet required. Fourth, deliberate approval friction. The approve button is locked for 20 seconds, forcing the user to bring a warning. After the timer ends, the user must press and hold for 3 seconds to confirm. This eliminates impulsive one-tap approvals that scammers rely on. Rejecting the transfer simultaneously files a false report, failing the share blacklist to protect other users. And unlike the reactive kill switch, which ends after the loss, every feature in the redesigned screen has been before the transfer is authorized. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.